Alright, now comes step 2 of the process. Now, I forgot to mention that you probably would do well to also keep ready a roll of tape. I think you call it gaffer tape. We call it painting strip tape. But in any case, it's tape which sticks onto a surface you want to paint, but you can quite easily release afterwards or pull away afterwards when you're done. So, and I use the wide kind, and I'll explain in a minute why you need the tape too. Okay, so here's the plan. As you can see, I drew the exact surface of the top cover of the radio, and as you can see, it fits perfectly in the inner rectangle you see on the vinyl. Yeah, so if you lift it, you see it fits perfectly. Right, I used a soft pencil, a brown colored pencil, and the fact why I use a pencil is also because it doesn't leak through the fabric like an alcohol pen or something like that would do. So I use a soft pencil. You can use a black one or a red one, any one, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I drew out the contours of the top of the box, and I added 4 centimeters and 4 millimeters extra. So I have an edge of 4 centimeters and 4 millimeters around the whole contour of the box. Why is that? Well, if you add this distance or this width to this width to the inner side width, then I came to about 4 centimeters 2 millimeter. But since I have to curl the vinyl around the edge, that will probably take about an extra mil around every edge to pull the vinyl around the edge without pulling too hard on it and deforming the vinyl. So per edge I counted an extra mil, so that makes 4.4 centimeters or 44 millimeters. Alright, so I have the whole edge now or the whole plan, really, the whole surface I want to cut. Now, to give you an idea of how we're going to work, I took a sheet of newspaper, old newspaper. I took the box and I put it on top of the sheet of newspaper, just to show you, to give you an idea of what we're going to do. So, okay, I'm measuring it by sight now, but it's only a test, yeah? Sorry, so no need to be precise at this point. Anyway, let's suppose the sheet of newspaper is the vinyl. So what we're going to do is, you're going to fold, or we are going to fold the vinyl around the edges like this, but we're going to do it on both ends like this. Yeah, so what will happen is that in the corner the vinyl will come together more or less like this and will form a triangle. I don't know if you can see it, but I think you can. So it will form a triangle. Now, this is not the only thing we have to keep in mind. the thing is, we want a straight edge between the two pieces of vinyl, which will ultimately cover both sides. So we will ultimately need to cut the excess vinyl so that it joins perfectly in the center of the corner of the box. That's one thing. But like I said, you will also have to fold over the vinyl like this, and then ultimately fold it down around to the other side like this. Yeah? So what we will do then is take the scissors and when the vinyl is up like this, we will make a small cut down the triangle just on top of the inner edge of the box, and it will be a straight down cut like this. Yeah, okay, obviously I'm doing it with one hand, but that's the idea. What will be left then is two edges, two flaps, which go down the inner part of the box's edge, and then you will have a triangle which sort of floats on top of the of this edge, the lower edge, and along this. And what we will do then is, with the scissors, we will pinch those two excesses together like this, and while we pinch them hard together, we will make a cut like this, flush with this edge. Yeah? Then what we'll be able to do is glue the part which lies on top of this edge and on top of this edge perfectly together in the center of the corner here. Then what we'll be left with is a last corner which will be sticking up straight up like this, and that will pinch together flush with that edge and that edge, and then we'll take the scissors a last time and make a final cut right along the corner so that the two edges meet up perfectly in the center of the corner. So that's the plan. Obviously, I will always keep close at hand a very sharp knife so that I can cut a little bit away if that is necessary. Now, if you always need a plan B. Suppose that the edges here won't meet up perfectly, and I'm not a professional upholsterer, so there's a possibility that I won't succeed in doing it perfectly. In that case, it's not a big deal. What I'll do is I'll cut a little strip of vinyl and cut it about a centimeter past in that direction, past the corner, and a centimeter past the corner in that direction, and then I'll glue it on top of the corner. Okay, so it will make a little bit of an extra layer of vinyl, but okay, remember, this is not a very expensive radio, and this is my first try actually at pulling vinyl over an object, so it'll be fun. It'll be an experiment, and we'll see how it turns out. So now, why do I need the tape? Well, quite easily. I'll explain to you why. Oh, and by the way, once you've made the cut into the vinyl, this is more or less how it will look like once it's cut. Okay, so right, that's one thing. So why do I need the tape? Well, quite easily. explained, I need the tape because I will glue some of the tape over these excess edges all around. Why? Because I will be spraying glue all over the inner part, which will all over this rectangle, which will go over the top of the box. And I want to do it in 3 or 4 steps, which I mean by that, I want to glue the top of the box first. Then, when I'm done, I want to glue 2 sides, for example these 2 sides first. And then when that is done, I want to do the other 2 sides. And then when that is done, I want to do the final side here. So I want to spray glue on the part that needs to be glued to the box, but not on the other parts. So that's why I'm going to cover the edges, the excess edges, these, with tape. Right, so there you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this piece of vinyl and then I'll get back to you.